So Justin Tarr's got it directly in front. Puts his second on the board and the third for Bellpost Hill. So they go to 3-2-20. They lead East Geelong 2-1. Tarr comes in.
What are you on?
So Tarr comes in. 30 metres out. He comes in with the right foot. And he's kicked it. His sixth, Justin Tarr. And the 12th for Bellpost Hill.
Well, they're not a bad judge.
Yeah,
Justin Tarr's won the medal.
He has won it, has he? Well, you know.
Player for them.
And Tari, who won the VCFL medal, kicked 6 goals.
Well, Tari was a late starter this year.
He was, yeah, and one of the assistant coaches as well. So he's had a hand in what's happened for the club this year, both on and off the field.
An emotional weekend, Justin Tarr, last home game as senior coach. What are your earliest memories of Tari?
For me, Tari was, when I first got here, was probably a bit frustrated. He had some injuries and he ended up missing the first flag with a pretty severe sort of hip injury. And I think he was told he probably wasn't going to be able to play again after that. So it was a severe injury. They took some bone out of his hip. So, but you could tell there's someone, and I knew that he was a good player with a lot of talent, but he's just very frustrated he couldn't get out in the park, I think. So that was probably my first memories of him coming up here.
Yeah, mine were probably a bit earlier than that, and I can't remember what year probably. When they played in the ground, he was like an arrogant little so-and-so, but he actually just got better. You could see he had so much talent and potential, and used to just get frustrated. And as he, over the years, sort of learned to settle with that, he was a game changer. Tari was probably as good as Giovanna on their day, and if not better. And just again, injuries, a few little things.
Did say to say that about Giovanna?
No, I didn't know. No. That's how I rate him. I mean, Flaggy won for us on his own. I mean, he had the best pair of hands for a long time. It's just little things that get harder on himself, put more pressure on him. But on a given day, he was as good as we had up here.
Yeah. When the ball's in your hands on the ground, kicking in his direction, did you just feel, it's it's going in a safe spot?
Yeah, I think his size, like he's a tall bloke, good body marking sort of person. The other teams are always worried about him, and they're looking at putting their best defender on him, and even dropping someone back as well. So definitely a good vocal point for us, and as Tony mentioned, stood up in some big games for us too. I think he won the best on him one of the grand finals, and probably close on at least one or two other occasions. So played well on the biggest day. So very handy for us.
I guess I want to ask this not just on Tari, but all premiership players in this era that finally got to the dais after 2010. So, of course, he would have watched on in 2010 with that injury. Then come 2011, that first batch of new premiership players. To you guys as a group, watching him climb that, get that medal round the neck, what did that mean to you guys to watch him?
I think that's something that spurred the team on each year, because we sort of, for the first 3 years, probably different than the other 4, but there was a main group that was playing each week, but then each year, that was sort of the goal, to get the 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 new players a medal. So that sort of spurred the rest of the team on. So yeah, anyone to get their first one was pretty exciting for everyone.
And Tari's Bellpost through and through. For him, he wears hearts on his sleeves. So for him to get one, that means everything to him. And then he shares that passion with everyone else. So, like Grgic said, he probably could have won more medals, more things, but in the end, I think he'd be happy with his career, no doubt.
6 years as coach for you, and believe he's wrapping it up after 6 years. He was asked on the Pulse this year if it was his first year, but he's definitely done the 6. What has it meant to you guys watching him continue with this group and just trying to keep instilling, I suppose, those values that you guys put in at the start of the run? Yeah.
He's done well. He's missed a couple of years, or a couple of interrupted years with COVID, and maybe 2 or 3 years that he's got the team through to prelims or thereabouts, and then the last year or so we've dropped away a bit. But coming in, he's always going to be under big expectations after we've won a swag of flags, and then he's taken over. So he's had a lot of pressure on him, and he's worked through that well. You know what I mean? And we're still, as I said, we're not going to play finals this year, but we haven't fallen off the face of the earth. We're still winning games. We're still reasonably competitive. So to be able to hang in there, and what Tony mentioned, just passion, doesn't hide, so you can get quite frustrated with that sort of thing. So, but he's able to maintain it and look after a good group of young guys and got them through to the other side. So hopefully upwards and onwards from here.
And personally, I'm really grateful to Tari because when everyone left and he was left there, we were looking for coaches everywhere, and they actually all asked me to advertise. We did that. At the end, we couldn't get anyone, and he put his hand up with Caleb first of all, and they helped the club out. And every year to year, he's just stayed on, and he's always said to me, if you can find someone. But I thought we're better with him because personally, I think he's a very, very good coach. He hasn't had the cattle for a longer time. If he had the cattle Grgic had, would he have won more flags? 100%. But to take on this guy's legacy, it's too hard. So for what he's had, what he's done, I think he's a fantastic coach.
Yep. Well, let's all get around him, I suppose, this Saturday against Winchelsea. Thanks for joining us, guys.
In his grand final, and the 17th goal now for Bellpost Hill. 17 goals.
And that is the grand final for Bellpost Hill. They win 17-10, 112. They have defeated East Geelong 13-7-85 to make it back-to-back premierships for Bellpost Hill. 7 goals, 3 in that final term. And East Geelong 1 goal, 1. They ran over the top of them in the end to win by 27 points. Dale, goal kickers for both sides.
Goal kickers for Bellpost Hill in the finals today. Anthony Baird, probably an unlikely goal kicker, but he got 3. Matthew Jovanovic got 3. Another bloke that obviously has played pretty well today. Chris Moreland with 1.
Number 39, Justin Tarr. Number 63, Grgic.